closer to getting this bird road worthy again, I thought we'd take a look at some headlights. Now, I went ahead and ordered all new chrome trim rings for all of these, for all 4 buckets, and I had them. I thought I was missing 1 or 2, so let me grab those others. Here are those other ones, and see, I remember breaking one. So there's the buckets. I don't need new buckets. That's going to save me $30. These things are $30 a piece. Can you, not the chrome ring, but the back end of it. So I got new ones coming to these, but I'm going to hold on to these in case anyone wants them. They are the originals to it, so possibly if you're looking for an original set, or I might just try to clean these up. I don't know. Let's find out about that. Let's see what else. This looks like the standard beam, and this looks like the high beam, I presume. That's how that goes. Oh, they're all different bulbs too, aren't they? Yep. Each one's different? No. Yes, each bulb is different, so I might as well just go ahead and get rid of the glass and just buy all new bulbs and be happy with it. So with that, let me show you how to tear one of these apart real quick. It's pretty simple the way these all come together. They're attached, there's a screw there, flathead, and one there, and that puts that entire chrome bezel onto the back plate here. So with that, let's see, probably this one right here. We'll just go ahead and we'll get this undone. I said, get this undone. Now, so if you get these mixed up, they're really kind of cool. If I can zoom in here, there's a slot cut down the middle of the bolt there. Let me see if I can, where the hell am I here? See that right there? That's unique to the headlight chrome bucket ones there. All right, so one screw out. Go the opposite direction over here. Got another one. And we'll take this one off. And that's my son, Xavier, who does 4 Flat Tires Garage. If you haven't seen his videos, there's a link down below. Go check him out and make sure he can get to 100 subs by the end of January. Let's have that. So with that, this pops off. And this is probably the first time in 25 plus years that this has been opened. Oh boy. All right, well, I'll get rid of this one. And we'll clean this up and see how this turns out. Remember, keep those special little screws. All right, I'll finish the rest of these up and I'll come back. Well, here I am on the 3rd one, and I got one that's kind of crusty and rusty in there, so I have to get some PB, but it might happen to you too, so I just want to make sure you were aware of that. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I figured for these handful of little screws, you know, they're not that bad, but I'm going to soak them in a little jar I have here with some vinegar, and give it a couple days and let's see what happens to those bolts. And then we'll move on to cleaning the buckets and the chrome. So let's do this. You've got to be stronger than the frickin' jar, Brian. Ugh. This getting old stuff sucks. Okay, so we'll put them all in there. All right, good. I'll take a little bit of vinegar, just enough to cover it. Probably about like that. Screw that top on. Give them a little squishy, squishy, wishy, wishy. And there they are. So we'll wait and we'll see how these look in a day or two. Now, onto those. All right, I got a bucket of warm soapy water, as you can kind of tell there. Show that there. We're just going to take these darn things and cobwebs from Oklahoma, and we're just going to toss them all in. Whoosh, lordy. Let those clean up for a little bit. Man. Nasty. All right, so let's get them in there. Make sure they're all submerged. Let that soak for 15, 20 minutes. We'll come back and brush them down. Okay, figure we should spray paint these things. Where's my spray can 1000 at? Okay, we'll let that dry and we'll put it on the coat. All right, let's get this next part done. This here is painting the buckets, the other side. Now the cool thing is these are going to be covered up mostly by the grill and headlights and everything else, so you don't need to be a Picasso. Just get some paint on them, people. Just normal. Okay, we'll let that sit and we'll give them another coat. All right, so our next step is to clean up these trim rings. You can see they've all seen better days. So we're going to use some double lot 0000. That's 4 zeros. Some scrubbing pads and some glass cleaner. And I'll link a video somewhere around here to where you can see the video I did on how to do this a little bit more extensively. So let's see how well we can clean these up. Comes in a roll. Where's the roll start and where's it end? Probably right there. So we'll give ourselves, holy mollies. All right. Damn, well, got 2 pieces. I'm using an old towel, and I'm just gonna squirt a little bit on there and take this and see what happens. A little bit of rest there. We'll squirt some more on there. More there. We're just going to go all around this ring. Let's see what we can do to polish these up a little more. A spot right there. Keeping it nice and wet, lubricated. I'm trying not to force down it. I'm just trying to move it around there. Okay, and then that inside edge. And that is Jonathan from Vinyl Village Garage. See, even though we live thousands of miles apart, we still play cars as much as we can, when we can. It'll be a text or a phone call or a video. We're having fun on our Firebirds. All right, so not too shabby. All right. Not too shabby. Look at that. It did kind of brighten that up a little bit, didn't it? Of course, out there is a dent, so you can't polish out a dent. Kind of like you can't polish out a turd. Is that how that goes? Here we go. Here's some good rust right there. That's what I want to see right there. See how that works on that. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. Nice. Put them on this side now. We're just going to keep this trainer rolling all the way around. I'm not going to spend too much time on some of these rings because, again, you're going to see this outer lip here mostly. All right, so I'm just drying these off, just kind of polishing them up a little bit. Just wanting to take any of that Windex or pieces of steel wool that may have been cut onto the edges or something. Now, if you remember, we put our little screws here in a jar of vinegar. Let's go ahead and let's get those out. When you take your bolts out of that vinegar solution, make sure you rinse them in water and baking soda to kind of get them to stop the process. So we got those. Let me show you how we're going to put one of these headlights together. You take your bucket, you put your light bulb in there, and you spin it around. and you'll feel it lock into place. Right there. That locked into place there, and it's nice and smooth and even. So you know that one there. So 3-prong, which means it is the high-low beam, which is the one that goes to the outside of the car. The glass that's on the inside, that is just a high beam glass. So with that, we'll take our metal ring, we'll slip it down, and you can see they should line up with those holes, just like that. We'll take our screw, we'll stick her in there like that, and we will get her started. Come over here on this side, we'll get it started over on this one. All right, go ahead and we'll just tighten that down. Nice and tight. Come on this side over here. Get this one. And there you go. You got yourself, and that is an original T3 headlight from my 67 Firebird. All ready and set to go. So go ahead and do these 3 more times. And you might want to label them. So I might put a little piece of tape right here and just say, this appears to be the driver's side, you know, high-low beam one. And just go ahead and mark each one of those. So guys, that will wrap up today's video on how to clean, how to disassemble, how to clean, how to paint, how to refurbish your headlights and get new glass for them and put them all back together. So in our next video, we're going to be putting these into the actual cradle or the headlight bracket that's in the car or goes in the car. So with that, I will see you next Friday for another Firebird. I will see you next Friday for another Firebird. And with that, I will see you next Friday for another Firebird Friday video.